This is a simple sales page or landing page that I created inside of WordPress. So this landing page or sales page is designed for a physical product, in this case, a hypothetical shaver. So I just found this product and I'm using it to just make tutorials. So this page is very simple, and at the top here we have a very simple headline and then a call to action button that they can click, and they can basically come to your DM, or they can go to a form that is tied below. So we also have the body text with some very simple basic copyright in here, and we have just a simple picture of this guy and a whole lot of things. So if you scroll to the bottom, we also have this button, but we also have a form. This is like an order form where they can fill out their information and also their names, and we can receive their information and call them and proceed to deliver this product to them. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build something like this using WordPress. And without wasting time, let's begin. To begin, we need to have some plugins installed, and we need just 2 or 3 plugins to achieve this. The first plugin we need is called Elementor. So you want to come to your plugin page here. So if you come to plugins, you can just search and install Elementor. So if you come to add plugins, you want to search for Elementor and install it. So another plugin that we need is called the Fluent Form. So you just want to come here, search for Fluent Form, and then you can install it and activate it. There are different types of forms you can use, like there's Forminator, there is Contact Form 7, there is a whole lot of them, WP Forms and all of them. I actually prefer Fluent Form and or Forminator, so one of them is okay. So another plugin we need is called the Starter Templates. So you just want to also install this, and I'm going to show you why soon. So that's basically all we need. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to Pages, and we want to come here, click on Add Page. So we are going to give our page a name. In my case, I'm just going to call it a shaving stick, or I'm just going to call it a clipper. All right, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to call it a clipper, and you want to click on Publish, and then after that you want to say Edit with Elementor. So you click on Edit with Elementor, and we now go into the Elementor canvas. So this is the Elementor canvas, and these are the first settings that I like to do. The first thing I like to do is when you create a sales page or a landing page, you don't want to have headers or footers on your page, because you want people to completely focus on that page. So to do that, you want to come to this page settings here, and you want to scroll down, come here where we have the page layout. You want to switch it to the Elementor canvas. So that is going to remove all the headers and the footers of the page. That is the first thing I always like to do. After that, you want to also go and set the colors, the fonts, and the settings, the other settings that you want to use for your pages or across your site. To do that, you want to come here where we have this Elementor logo. So we have site settings. So you click on site settings. So here we have the global colors. This is where you select the different colors that you want to use. So by default, this is my own theme here, the theme color, but you can change all these colors to what you want. You can also come to custom colors, and you can add the custom colors that you want. So to add a color is simple. Just click here, and you want to copy the color code. All right, and you just put it somewhere here. So let's say I wanted to add this horse blood or this brown. I can just then add it, and then I can name it, give it a name, and in the future I will be able to use it. So we've added a color on our color palette. All right, and then you can just save the changes. So another thing you want to do is the global font. So you don't go and be changing headers from individually, because that can be a bit stressful. So you come to global fonts here, and you can select your primary fonts, your secondary fonts, and all of them. All right, so let's say you want to have a different primary font. You can come here, click on it, and select the one that you want. So I've selected this one. You can just basically select any one that you want, and that's that. So again, once you are done, you can click on save the changes. So the weight, depending on the font, is usually between 400 to 600. This is for body fonts. So for the secondary font, you can also make it something the same as the primary font, but with different size. So usually the body size is 400, so this one you can make it maybe 500, just to have different. So you can see a preview here. This is the primary, this is the secondary, this is the third, and this is the accent. So usually you want to have them be the same thing. I think I actually like this basic more, so I'm going to switch them back to basic later. But for the typography, which is the body text, you want to leave it to somewhere normal. 400 is good. So that's about that. You also want to save the changes, and you are ready to go. But before then, you want to do the headers. So if you come to typography, this is where you change the fonts for your headings, and this is also important. Like, we can change our H1, we can change the font style, we can change the color, all right, and anything that we want. So let's say we want to change the typography, you can come here, can change it to maybe let's say you like Poppins, maybe you like Monster Arts, you like any kind of font, you can change it right here. So I've done all these settings already, so I can just click on save changes. So these are the things that you need to do first before you come back to your Elementor canvas. So once you are done with that, you can just come out of the settings, so we can go back to the Elementor canvas. Also, another thing you need to have is the copy that you want to put on your page. All right, so you need to have your copy, you need to have the images and everything that you need to be on the page. You need to have them ready before you go to the dashboard. So in my case, I already have this one that I just drafted using AI. So I personally don't sell this product. If I wanted to sell this product, then I would develop something much better. So I just asked the AI to make something around 500 words, which it did right here. So I'm just going to remove this part because I do not need this part in my funnel or my sales page or my landing page. So we have all our settings ready. This is where we start to create. So the reason why I asked you to install the starter site and the starter template and to use Astra is so that we'll have everything done easier for us. So usually when you want to create a landing page, you have the headers, you have the bodies, you have the buttons, and all of that. So what we want to do is we want to come to here where we have the starter template. So if you click on it, what we get from this is that we see pre-made templates that we can use and start building our pages immediately. So we already have the built out pages that we can work with, but I prefer to use blocks because blocks will give me more flexibility to create what I want to create. So I want to come here, click on blocks, and I can select the different kind of blocks that I want. So as you can see, some of these things, they've been properly arranged for you, so you can just select based on what you want. So the first thing I like to do is obviously the hero section. So the hero section is usually the top of the page where people would come to, all right, or where people, the first part of the page that people would see. So you see that they have some really cool stuff here that you can use. All right, so let's say I like this one. I can just click on this one and I can import it to my timeline or my canvas. So I can just say import block, and it's going to import the block for me. So now this block has been imported, and if you notice, you see that the color changed because I already have my own color fixed. That's why you can see that the color to the button changed, and also the heading font also changed. So what I need to do now is basically come back to my documents where I have my copy, and I can start replacing. So all I have to do now is just basically copy and paste. Copy that. If you come here, just click on any of these between any of these purple lines you see, so that allow you to customize the section. So I click on this. This is basically the header, and I can just copy and paste the header right here. This is the last shaver you will ever need. I can put the subheading on top or below, so I'm just going to use it on top right here, and this is a call to action button. So anyone you do not want, you can basically click and just delete it. So let's say if I wanted to delete this button, can just right click and then I can delete. But I do not want to delete the button, so I am going to leave the button. So the next thing I would like to do is to add an image. And if you come here, we have what we call the widgets inside of Elementor. And here we can add different things to our timeline or our sections. So let's say I want to add an image of the product that I want to sell. You can just drag and drop this, and the moment you see this purple line, you just allow it, then the image will be added. So here we can now choose the image. So if you click on choose image, you can upload this image directly. You can upload it directly from your computer, but I already have some of the images here, so I'm just going to select one. So this is the image I want to select, so I can just select this one and put it and click on insert. So it's going to insert this image for me. If I feel that this image is too big, I can come here to the image resolution and I can reduce it to, let's say, maybe medium and all of that. But I usually like it to be full, so I'm just going to leave it at full. All right, so now we now have a header, we already have a call to action button, and then we have a picture. Here we want to add a body text, and to do that you just want to come here where we have text editor. You can select it and put it right here. So I've already copied what I want to put there from my document there, and I can put it, I can basically just copy and paste it. So again, I want to come back to my document to see what I currently have right there. So to save us some time, I'm just going to try to copy everything and paste it, and then we'll go to the next important section. So I've added some things here like the images and even more text. Now I want to add a button and a form. So to add the button is very simple. You want to come to this add elements here, and you can search for a button. All right, so I have this plugin called the Essential Add-on for Elementor that gives you this button. It's a bit finer than this one, so you can just drag and drop the button wherever you want it to be. So I'm going to put it somewhere at the bottom here, and then I'm going to run a call to action, and then I'm going to publish it. After that, we also want to add a form where people can come to fill the information, fill what they need, and we can basically receive the information on the back end, and then we can decide to either call them and deliver the product to them. To do that, we need to create the form first, and that's why we install the plugin called the Fluent Forms. So to create a form, you just want to come to Fluent Forms here, and we have different settings here. So we just want to create a new form. So you can create a form from the very beginning, or you can choose a template. So I'm just going to choose a template. So you click on templates, and you can select the kind of form that you want to choose. So I'm just going to use this one for the purpose of this video. So we want name, email, and all of that. So we can just say create the form, and the form will be created for us. So you can still edit this form. You can still edit this form. For instance, we don't want subject, so we can delete the subject, and then we can add something else. So let's say we want to select maybe a text area. You can just drag it and drop it where you want it to be. So here, let's say we want to name this your address. So you can click on edit here, and you can just ask them maybe what is your address or delivery address, and you can also make it required. So you can come here, make it required, and we also do not need emails for this, so we can just say remove the email, and we are basically ready to go. So you can equally customize the form here. You can click on the form, and you can just say maybe complete your order. So you can change the size of the button here, so we can make it big. We can say maybe center it or align it to left. I'm going to keep it to medium. You can see the different styling like red, orange, blah blah blah. I'm going to leave it to my own color here, and after that you can just click on save form. So your form has been saved. You can just copy the URL here or the form ID, so you just copy it. So if you copy it, you come back to your page here. So all you have to do is come here to the elements, click on add an element, and you just want to search for shortcode. So search for shortcode here. So this is the one you want. You can drag it and drop it somewhere here, and all you have to do is just paste the code. So this is going to be our form. All right, so you can basically publish this form or publish the page, and our landing page or sales page is practically ready. So people can go through this page, see what we are selling, and they can fill out this form, and we'll get the information that they submitted at the back end, and we can call them if we wanted to call them. So you also want to create like a thank you page where this form is going to redirect to. And to do that, you want to come back to Fluent Form, and on the Fluent Form here, if you come to the settings and the integrations here, you want to redirect them. So after they've submitted the form, what should happen? So this is a confirmation type. You want to send them to a custom URL, and you want to put the custom URL. So let's say you want them to go to your thank you page. This is where you put the URL right here. So once they fill that form, it's going to take them to the thank you page. So basically you need to create your thank you page, but I'm not going to walk you through that because this video is going to be just too long, but the process is the same. You can basically just duplicate this page and turn it into your thank you page. So there's something else I want to do. I want to change the background of this page. So I can come to this icon here, just click on the edit section here. If you come to the style, you want to go to the background. You can see this background is an image. You can replace this background with your own, or you can basically just delete it. So if you delete it, it becomes the background of your theme. All right, so let's say I wanted to change it to white. I can come here, change it to classic, and then I can click on the color. So remember, when we saved our color, we can actually find our color here, and then we can actually find our color by clicking on this global here, and then you can see all the colors that you created. So let's say I wanted to change it to maybe the brown I created. I can just select brown. You can see how it changes, and I do not like that brown, so I can just change it to something else, something like white. I think I'm going to leave it this way. So this is the theme background, and you can basically click on publish. So for the button again, if you wanted to add the links, you can just click on this pencil icon here, and then you can put your button right here. And this is basically how you can create a landing page or a sales page for a physical product with a form. And of course, you can make these things even finer, like changing the colors of the headers and all of that. I hope this video was helpful. Please like the video. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. My name is Good Noel. I'll see you in my next video, and bye bye.